this morning. The sun was shining, so I went riding on my bike. Cool wind on my face, grass turning green all over the place. How dare I hope that summer's on its way. Well, the calendar says that it's spring, but in my mind I'm thinking the weather never cares what day it is. In Manitoba it could be snowing, just shows there's no way in knowing if spring is finally here and winter's gone. Hey Stan. Kaylee's here too, great. We've got him on the show later. Yesterday I went golfing. Some say it's a good way to spoil walking. You need a good sense of humor to enjoy the game. Oh, but I'm not winning the Masters. If I lose a ball, it's no disaster. It's just fun to be out walking with my friends. The calendar says that it's spring, but in my mind I'm thinking the weather never cares what date it is. In Manitoba it could be snowing, just shows there's no way of knowing if spring is finally here and winter's gone. Yeah, spring is finally here and winter's gone. Let's hope spring is here and winter's finally gone. Live from my basement rec room, it's Tuesday Live. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Live, Spring into Spring. Is that what we're calling it? Spring's the thing. I get mixed up with our themes sometimes because we have done several spring themes over the years, now that we were 2 years into the show. And great to see you here tonight. I'm glad I'm here. Glad you're here too. And I saw some folks checking in there. Danny up in the Bruce, Lou over in Brockville, Kathy up in Finland Falls. Dwight too, I assume as well. And Tim, I guess, motorcycling up to Finland Falls today. Nice day for a drive up to Finland Falls on the old bike. Hope you had a good, safe trip, Tim. I don't know if you're in Kitchener or still in Finland Falls. I'm not sure. And Kaylee's here. We've got Kaylee on the show a little later. And Stan, we got Stan on the show a little later too. And David Ward up in Finland Falls is here. And Chris and Erna over in St. Mary's. Erna's my mom, by the way. Chris is my aunt. Good to see both of you here. Ron up in Kapuskasing, present with spirits as well. So anyways, thanks everybody. I'm sure I missed a few other folks out there. I know there's a lot of folks that watch on YouTube that don't comment because they're probably watching the big screen, which is always fun. I know Peter down in Tennessee watches the show fairly regularly. And so hi, Peter, if you're watching, and Peter and Catherine, and Jim and Lynn. Although I think Lynn's doing the djembe drumming right now, so she's missing Tuesday Live. So she may watch a bit of it later. I always put a shout out to Lynn because then Jim says, "Hey Lynn, Rob talked about you on the show. You better watch it." So, and I know Lynn, we're still waiting. We want to see some djembe drumming before the djembe drumming season is over. So looking forward to that as well. If you're new to the show, welcome. Check out the show website at tuesdaylive.ca where you can get detailed show information and sign up for the very popular Tuesday Live email list where we send out information about the show and let you know what's happening and also give you the link to the fantastic Tuesday Live after party. A few birthdays over the past week. Peter up in Tennessee, I just mentioned him earlier. He had a birthday last week, about middle of the week. And I think today is actually my friend and OAC 81. That's the Ontario Agricultural College, class of 1981. My classmate Beaker is having his birthday today. I'm not sure if he's watching the show, but happy birthday, Beaker, anyways. And if you have a birthday or any other celebration you'd like to share, send it in, and myself or any other cast members would be happy to mention it. Or video yourself and we'll put it on the wall, or send in a picture of somebody. We'd love to do that as well. That'd be a lot of fun. And you can also help improve the quality of comedy contained on the Tuesday Live wall by sending in your favorite jokes, puns, or funny stories. And tonight's show, as I mentioned earlier, we have Kaylee Campbell rocking it out from up in Callander, Ontario, with a new release from his upcoming album release. And we have Stan McRae, has some wet, wild, and equine images as well tonight. Bob Dylan's little brother, Rob Dylan, is on the show to do some spring songs, along with, perhaps the greatest Neil Young tribute act of our generation, Neil Old and Lazy Horse. That Irish fella out of Dublin, Ontario way, Robbie O'Spoon. And I think he's ready to go. I hear him tuning up over there in the Beatles tribute room. We got Cousin Willie Witherspoon, so let's turn it over to Cousin Willie and see what he's got for us tonight. Hey, Willie! Well, hey, y'all. Willie here again. Good to see you here on Tuesday Live Spring Special. I'm glad to be here playing songs for you. It's getting kind of spring-like out there, although it's been a little cool, that's for sure. Certainly ain't like spring in the North South Carolina where I'm from, but it ain't bad out there. But I'm not quite out in the shed yet. I'm waiting for the weather to get just a tad warmer. But I want to get out there, see Stu. I know he's been hopping around there and chewing on some green things and stuff. Got to get out there and talk to him, see what he's been up to. Haven't talked to him for a while, but looking forward to that. But anyways, I thought I'd do a spring song. I was trying to think what spring songs I knew. And, I've been on a bit of a Casey Musgraves run lately, and she's got a good song called Butterflies. And I thought, well, Butterflies kind of spring-like, so maybe I can get away with doing that song. So I'm going to try that. It's called Butterflies by Casey Musgraves. Give her a listen sometime. She's a real good singer, too, and I like her music a lot. And this one's called Butterflies. I was just coasting, never really going anywhere. I caught up in a web, I was getting kinda used to staying there. And out of the blue, I fell for you. Now you're lifting me up instead of holding me down, stealing my heart instead of stealing my crown. Untangled all the strings round my wings that were tied. I didn't know him and I didn't know me. Cloud 9 was always out of reach. Oh, now I remember what it feels like to fly. You give me butterflies. A kiss full of color makes me wonder where you've always been. I was hiding in doubt till you brought me out of my chrysalis. And I came out new, all because of you. Now you're lifting me up instead of holding me down, stealing my heart instead of stealing my crown. Untangled all the strings round my wings that were tied. I didn't know him and I didn't know me. Cloud 9 was always out of reach. Oh, now I remember what it feels feels like to fly. You give me butterflies. You give me butterflies. Up instead of holding me down, taking my hand instead of taking my crown, untangled all the strings round my wings that were tied. I didn't know him and I didn't know me. Cloud 9 was always out of reach. Oh, now I remember what it feels like to fly. You give me butterflies. You give me butterflies.
Hey, Robbie, I went to see Lazy Horse the other day. The farmer was milking one of the cows, and when I walked by, he squirted me with milk. Ah! How dare he! When I was living back in North South Carolina, I used to read the newspaper every day. I wanted to check my old girlfriend Wanda's horoscope, see what kind of day I was going to have.
Well, thank you so much for that tune, Willie. That was very nicely done, that version of that Casey Musgrave songs. I see you have a request. Ron's thrown in already. Wants to hear Wrecking Ball. That's a great song, too. Don't worry, we'll keep on top of Willie. Keep him getting those great songs out. Nice job with that, too. And I mentioned a little earlier that birthdays this week. We had Peter down in Tennessee and actually exchanged a couple emails with Peter, and he sent in this request for the spring show. It's called The Garden Song, which seems like a good song for spring. And I wasn't that familiar with it, but when I heard it, I said, oh yeah, I've heard that song before, because it was, I think originally, well, I think it goes back quite a ways, but I think Peter, Paul, and Mary did it quite a while ago, and probably more well known on this side of the border as a Raffi song. A bit of a kid's song, but it's a great song. So I'm going to give it a go here. It's called The Garden Song. Row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I grow. Please warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down. And a picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. I feel the need to grow my own till the time is close ahead. A grain for grain, sun and rain, I find my way in nature's chain. I tune my body and my brain to the music from the land. By inch, row by row, I'm gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow. Please warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down. and long, season them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. An old crow watches hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as the feathered leaf up there. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow. Please warm them from below till the rains come tumbling down. Thanks for that request, Peter. A great song. Quite enjoyed playing that. A little Raffi tune. Maybe I should get into kids' music. Maybe I should do a kids' show sometime. All kids' music. That'd be fun. That'd be a good theme. We have a good friend down in Eastern Ontario that I've known for a long, long time. And I found out quite a while ago when I was first getting into the show that he was quite an accomplished photographer. And I found out a little later that his partner in life and crime, Susie, his wife, also helps him do a lot of spotting. And the two of them go out, and actually I think they were out riding their bikes around the parkway in Long Sault today and take a lot of great pictures. And we've got a set of Stan's pics tonight. I think there may even be some pics that Susie took. Correct me if I'm wrong, Stan, but I think Susie was in on some of the horse pictures we're going to see. So let's turn it over to Stan. Thank you so much, Stan and Susie, for those great pictures. A little background on what the horse pictures are, Stan. Is that somebody's horse arena, I assume, down in Eastern Ontario that you were checking out the horses? But that was a lovely young colt there. Very nice. I've got thought I'd follow up with a little song about flowers, wildflowers. Tom Petty song. Well, that was my trick, is jumping into some of these songs, getting the beat down. sail away and kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Go away somewhere all bright and new. I've seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, go find a lover. Run away, let your heart be your guide. You deserve the deepest of cover. You belong in that home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me. Far away from your trouble and worry. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free. Tom Petty. Love Tom Petty music. So it's a Tom Petty tribute band coming to KW in the next little while. Speaking of tribute bands, we've got Bob Dylan's, reportedly Bob Dylan's younger brother, Rob Dylan. There's still the jury out on that, but let's give him, let's see what he's got for us tonight. Rob Dylan. How does it feel?
Well, hey everybody, it's Rob Dylan here. Good to see you again on this spring show we're doing here on Tuesday Live. And I was trying to think, songs that my brother Bob did, spring songs. He wasn't wasn't much about singing about flowers coming up and stuff like that, that's for sure. But he did have one song, I think I might have even played it here before, but I'm going to do it again because we know in spring we get a lot of spring showers, and certainly Bob wrote a song about rain, about a particularly hard rain that was going to fall. So that's the song I'm going to try here for you. So hope you like it. Sing along if you know.
Where have you been, my blue-eyed son? Where have you been, my darling young one? I stumbled on the side of 12 misty mountains. I've walked and I've crawled on 6 crooked highways. I've stepped in the middle of 7 sad forests. I've been out in front of a dozen dead oceans. I've been 10,000 miles in the mouth of a graveyard. And it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain. It's gonna fall.
What did you see, my blue-eyed son? And what did you see, my darling young one? I saw a newborn baby with wild wolves all around it. I saw a highway of diamonds with nobody on it. I saw a black branch with blood that kept dripping. I saw a room full of men with their hammers a-bleeding. I saw a white ladder all covered with water. I saw 10,000 talkers whose tongues were all broken. I saw guns and sharp swords in the hands of young children. And it's a hard, and it's a hard, it's a hard, and it's a hard, it's a hard rain are gonna fall. What did you hear, my blue-eyed son? What did you hear, my darling young one? I heard the sound of a thunder that roared out a warning. I heard the roar of a wave that could drown the whole world. I heard 100 drummers whose hands were ablazing. I heard 10,000 whispering and nobody listening. I heard one person starve, I heard many people laughing. I heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. I heard the sound of a clown who cried in the alley. And it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain are gonna fall. Who did you meet, my blue-eyed son? And who did you meet, my darling young one? I met a young child beside a dead pony. I met a white man who walked a black dog. I met a young woman whose body was burning. I met a young girl, she gave me a rainbow. I met one man who was wounded in love. I met another man who was wounded in hatred. It's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain. It's gonna fall. What'll you do now, my blue-eyed son? What'll you do now, my darling young one? I'm a-going back out for the rain starts a-falling. I'll walk to the depths of the deepest dark forest, where the people are many and their hands are all empty, where the pellets of poison are flooding their water,
where the home in the valley meets the damp, dirty prison, and the executioner's face is always well hidden, where hunger is ugly, where the souls are forgotten, where black is the color and none is the number. And I'll tell it and speak it and think it and breathe it, and reflect from the mountain so all souls can see it. Then I'll stand on the ocean until I start sinking, but I'll know my song well before I start singing. And it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, and it's a hard, it's a hard rain's gonna fall.
Hey Neil, did you hear about the fella that fell off the rooftop bar downtown? Oh dear, who was he? Don't know, but he sure wasn't a bouncer.
I was talking to this guy in the health food store the other day, and he said I should do the almond diet. You have a handful of almonds for breakfast, a handful for lunch, and another handful for dinner. But there's no way I'm doing that diet. It sounds nuts.
Wow. Thank you for that, Rob Dylan. Great version of that song. Chris, you better be careful posting those lyrics because people see how long some of those Bob Dylan songs are. They might, go off and watch another show for a while and come back if they're not a Bob Dylan fan. Bob Dylan always said he never cared about the length of a song, how long it was. He would play it out completely. But I'm really enjoying the camera work in the Beatles tribute room tonight. I think they've there's been a little bit of a pushback from the fellas that play in the Beatles tribute room. They wanted things improved there a bit because it's pretty basic stage over there compared to the main stage here of Tuesday Live. But so they have a camera operator in there. Well, at least actually they're taking turns operating the camera while each other are playing. So I hope it helps them for a while. Anyways, keeps them down a bit. But this is a song that it's a Simon and Garfunkel song written by Paul Simon. That I think Sandy of Sandy and Bill fame requested a while back, actually last year maybe for spring, and I thought, well, I'm going to play it again because I like it. It was a great song. I'd never heard of it much before. I had never played it before, but I thought, now I learned, I'm going to play it again. It's called Flowers Never Bend with the Rainfall. Through the corridors of sleep, past the shadows dark and deep, my mind dances and leaps in confusion. I don't know what is real, I can't touch what I feel, and I hide behind the shield of my illusion. So I'll continue to pretend that my life will never end, and the flowers never bend with the rainfall. The mirror on my wall casts an image dark and small, but I'm not sure at all it's my reflection. I am blinded by the light of God and truth and right, and I wander in the night without direction. So I'll continue to pretend that my life will never end, and the flowers never bend with the rainfall. It's no matter if you're born to play the king or pawn, for the line is thinly drawn between joy and sorrow. And so my fantasy becomes reality, and I must be what I must be and face tomorrow. So I'll continue to pretend that my life will never end, and the flowers never bend with the rainfall. I could have used a Garfunkel for my Simon, but that was quite fun. I noticed in the comments there that there's a little jam session being organized up in Kapuskasing. Sorry, I won't be able to get up for that, but I hope if you guys get together with some of the Des Soleils and Keely Campbell and all that crew, throw a camera on, take a little tape of that and send that down. We'd love to have that in the show. That'd be a lot of fun. Let's head it over to Dublin, Ontario, and our good friend, that Irish fella, Robbie O'Spoon.
Out there in internet land, it's Robbie O'Spoon here in Dublin, Ontario. I'm having a grand old time, swilling the pigs and while getting me seed potatoes ordered. Gonna be planting potatoes soon, I hope. Although we got a bit of time yet before we start planting potatoes, but you want to get them in the ground, but you don't want to have them up too high if you get some late frost, so you got to be careful about that. So anyways, starting to get some things I'm doing outside, cleaning up a bit, and well, the weather's getting a little better, puts a bit of a spring in me step, and get to be thinking a bit. And I got this song, it's called The Rambles of Spring. It's like old Irish tune. I think you like it. It's about a fella that goes out, takes his fiddle and goes out rambling every spring, gets her all tuned up, goes to play some music, and what gets me to think about whistling and all the sorts of things I like to do when the weather gets a little nicer. So I'm going to give her a go here anyways. There's a piercing winter breeze blowing through the budding trees as I button up me coat to keep me warm. But the days are on the mend and I'm on the road again with me fiddle snuggled close beneath me arm. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues and a rosin in me pocket for me bow. Me fiddle strings are new and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. I'm as happy as a king when I catch a breath of spring, and the grass is turning green as winter ends, and the geese are on the wing and the thrushes start to sing, and I'm headed down the road to see me friend. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues, and rosin in me pocket for me bow. Me fiddle strings are new and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. I have friends in every town as I wander up and down, making music at the markets and the fairs. All the donkeys and the creels and the farmers making deals and the yellow-headed tinkers selling wares. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues, I've rosin in me pocket for me bow. Me fiddle strings are new and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. Here's a health to one and all, to the big and to the small, to the rich and poor alike, and foe and friends. And when I return again, may our foes have turned to friends, and may peace and joy be with you until then. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues, I've rosin in me pocket for me bow.
Me fiddle strings are new, and I've learned to tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I've rosin in me pocket for me bow. Me fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go.
Hey Neil, how many folk singers does it take to change a light bulb?
Geez, Dylan, I don't know.
100! One to change the light bulb, and 99 to sing about how good the old one was.
My ma told me to never tell secrets in the garden.
Yep.
You know, the potatoes have eyes.
Oh.
Corn have ears. Well, and the beans stalk.
What?
Well, that was very nice, Robbie. A lovely rendition of that Irish tune about spring and a fella heading out on the road with his new shoes and his fiddle and with the new strings and rosin in his pocket for the bow. Sounds like a grand old time, I must say. But and I got thinking about spring in Canada. One thing I've always enjoyed. I used to enjoy it. I used to enjoy going up. I had a gig for a few years up at the pre-COVID. Up at the Couples Resort, which is a resort up in at the east gate of Algonquin Park, just outside the east gate. Lovely place. And I used to play at the dinner service there. It was quite fun. And there was a logging. The Algonquin Logging Museum was just up at that end of the park. And we used to go in there and walk through it and have a lot of displays of what it was like logging in those days. And back in the day, you know, a lot of Canadian farmers would, you know, they'd farm in the summer, and then a lot of the young men would head into the bush in the winter to log and come up north, and they built railways in and things, but moved a lot of the logs out just using the waterways. They'd send them down in the spring when the ice was breaking up. They'd send them down usually out the Ottawa River. And if you want to see some great video of that, go to Waxy Shack YouTube channel. Waxy did a great lumberjack song. That's a log drive song that was done and has a lot of great footage of log drive. I don't have any footage of log driving, but I do have a song. It's a great song that it's called the Log Drivers Waltz. And if you're of a certain age in Canada, and I'm not sure, it must have played on CBC, you know, probably between, you know, Mr. Dress-Up and Friendly Giant or something, they'd play it. But it's a National Film Board short. I'm sure you can find it if you go on YouTube or go to the National Film Board website. But Kate and Anna McGarrigle did the beautiful version of this song with kind of an animation of the log driver. So it's quite fun. So I'm going to give it a shot here. It's called The Log Driver's Waltz. If you ask any girl from the parish around what pleases her most from her head to her toe, she'll say, I'm not sure that it's business of yours, but I do like to waltz with the log driver, for he goes burling down and down Whitewater. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burling down and down Whitewater. A log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. When the drive's nearly over, she likes to go down and watch all the lads as they work on the river. She knows that come evening they'll all be in town, and they all like to waltz with the log driver, for he goes burling down and down Whitewater. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burling down and down Whitewater. A log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. both her parents she's had to give way, and dance with the doctors and merchants and lawyers. Their manners are fine, but their feet are of clay, for there's none with the style of her log driver. For he goes burling down and down Whitewater, that's where the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burling down and down Whitewater. A log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. Hope somebody's up waltzing. Kathy and Dwight, up in waltz. She's had her chances with all sorts of men, but none as so fine as her lad on the river. So when the dry's over, if he asks her again, she thinks she will marry her log driver. For he goes burling down and down Whitewater, that's where the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burling down and down Whitewater. A log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. Burling down and down Whitewater. A log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. I love that song. It just sort of has a great feel because it reminds me of that childhood animated video. If you haven't seen it, go have a look at it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Let's send it back over to the Beatles tribute room, and perhaps the greatest Neil Young tribute artist of our generation, Neil Old and Lazy Horse.
Well, hey everybody, it's Neil Old here, and happy to be here on this Tuesday Live Spring Special. And well, look who's here with me. Yeah, that's right, Lazy Horse, playing a little drums out the window there. And good to have him here. And I was trying to think, I was talking to Lazy before the show. I said, Lazy, what song should we do? And Lazy said, well, you know, my thoughts always turn to love in the spring. You know, lots of love in the barnyard, so to speak. And so a good love song might do it. And I thought, well, you know, one of the best Neil Young love songs is Only Love Can Break Your Heart. It's an oldie but a goldie, and I don't think we've ever played it before. So I think that's a good suggestion that Lazy Horse had. So let's we're going to give her a go here. So let's go, Lazy. Yes, only love can break your heart. Yes, only love can break your heart. Hey Dylan, what's the difference between a musician and an extra large pizza?
Gee, Willie, I don't know.
An extra large pizza can feed a family of 4. A talking horse walks into a bar and approaches the manager. "Excuse me, sir," the horse says. "Are you hiring?" Well, the manager looks the horse up and down and says, "Sorry, pal, why don't you try the circus?" Well, the horse snickers. Why would the circus need a bartender?
Well, thank you for that, Neil. That was a great rendition of that tune. And our next guest is our feature performer tonight, Kaylee Campbell from up in Callander, Ontario. And for those of you who don't know, I actually did a little bit of research into Callander because I thought I should know a little more about these places up in Northern Ontario, since we have so many folks up there that follow the show and are contributing to the show as well. And I thought it'd be a little geography lesson for us that Callander's just a little south of North Bay, also on Lake Nipissing, but on Callander Bay, which is actually an eroded Proterozoic volcanic pipe formed by the violent supersonic eruption of a deep origin volcano approximately 500 million years ago. So I don't even think Waxy was around then. It's one of 8 known volcanic sites in Ontario. Interesting. Also the hometown, Callander is, of Philadelphia Flyer great Bill Barber. And I know we have lots of hockey historians in the audience. And another surprising fact about Callander, actor Michael J. Fox lived there for 1 year. Anyways, it's more well-known as the home of Kaylee Campbell, fantastic musician who has a new EP of original music called Home Again and is planning a release party at Lou Dogs in North Bay on May 7th. I've heard through the Facebook grapevine that the release party is already sold out, but you can still catch Kaylee on Facebook or YouTube, and he sounds like he's touring a bit too, so maybe you're lucky you might be able to catch him if you're up in one of the towns he's passing through. But here he is with the second single off his EP called Brother Blues.
Yeah, I was doing... Oh, do your first one again? I was doing something like... something in there.
How about this one?
Jangle and you're tangled deep down in my soul. You always travel with me. Feels like everywhere I go. When I'm hurt, you comfort me, sweep away this misery. No matter how long it takes, you mend my heart when it breaks. And you're always there for me, no matter how bad the news. And I wish someone would care for me, just like my old friend, Brother Blue. get yourself some sleep tonight. And you're always there for me, no matter how bad the news. And I wish someone would care for me, just like my old friend, Brother Blue. Sometimes this world it gets so heavy, there's no way forward I can go, and I just laugh to keep from crying, trying not to let it show. And I just hide behind my pride to shelter all the pain inside. Now it's time to let it out, time for me to scream and shout. And now I'll be gone, I have nothing left to lose, except this old guitar to lead me on, and my old friend, Brother Blues, and my old friend, Brother Blues, and I know that I can trust you, Brother Blues.
Yep.
That's what I
Yeah,
did.
that's it. Yeah.
That was fantastic, Kaylee. Thanks for sharing that tune with us, and also the story of that guitar. I was looking at that guitar. That was a pretty raunchy sounding telly. I loved it. And 1966, his dad working in a body shop and got it from one of his customers, and stripped it down to that. What a great, and gave it to his son. And the rest, as they say in calendar, is history. And what a fantastic guitar, what a fantastic story, what a fantastic piece of music. Really appreciate it. I haven't heard anything out of Kaylee Campbell that I don't like so far. It's all great music. So check him out. He's on Facebook. You can find him on Facebook, also YouTube. Go subscribe, like his Facebook page. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Check out his music, and maybe someday we'll get him down here in the South and get him playing down here. I'm sure we could find a spot for him down here to put on a show, and that'd be great. I'd like to thank everybody who's been participating in tonight's show. Kaylee and his crew from up in Calendar Way, and our good friend Stan McCrae and his spotter Susie down in, and I guess she's behind the camera a bit today too, down in Eastern Ontario. The Tuesday Live Rec Room renowned cast: Rob Dylan, Neil Old and Lazy Horse, Robbie O'Spoon, and cousin Willie Witherspoon. And I certainly appreciate everyone who supports the show as a patron, contributing to our virtual tip jar at tuesdaylive.ca, sharing, liking, commenting, being part of the Tuesday Live, for being here. Also my executive producer and partner, Carol, who keeps this all together, and and the talented Tuesday Live animation department that puts together fantastic material. I love the new countdown timer that we had today, and you saw a couple little transitions as well. This thing up, where is it? Up here. I did that all by myself. That's my own thing, the Tuesday Live thing and the wreath. That's about the extent of my skills. I'm not sure what we'll do next week, but we'll figure it out. If you have any ideas, jokes, stories, things you want to put on the wall, let us know. Let me know in the comments. I don't always have a chance to reply to all of the comments each week, but I do read them all. So keep them coming. If there's anything you'd like to pass on to me, let me know through that, or go to the website and check out what's going there. We've got lots of stuff on the website as well, including links to all the artists on the show. If you want to check out Kaylee's YouTube channel, you can link to it directly from the featured artists page on tuesdaylive.ca. We'd love to have you come join our Zoom after party. We do that every week. It's usually a fairly small group, but we have always have some lively conversations on a variety of topics. We have some hockey historians have been there, and we talk hockey. We also talk about just about everything. Generally stay away from politics as much as we can, but there's a lot of things in the world that are conspiring. Social media is one of them for sure, conspiring to render us apart, tear us apart, keep us from forming a community that's so important for our whole social structure, I think. And I'm sure glad that here on Tuesday Live, we can keep sort of things together and have a little community of folks. And love to have you involved with the show. So please come back next week if you're watching either live or after the fact. Love having you here. Check out tuesdaylive.ca. Sign up for our email list if you're not on it. And until the next time, let's just love and keep love in the air, because it's spring, isn't it? Place to go, and everybody needs a way to know they're just loved. Why do we hurt the ones we love? Why don't we lift them up instead of putting them down and just love? 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. We'll only be here for a very short time, to lie in the sun and drink sweet wine and just I'll be here and then be gone. Instead of harsh words and singing sad songs, let's just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. Keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. Do, and if you join with me, well then we would make two. We need more giving, less taken away. If we start right now, we'll get there someday to just love. It's hard to just love in a world full of hate. If you get started now, it won't be too late to just love. Just love. something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. With just love. Just love. Just love. Just love. Just love. Just love. Thanks for watching. See you next week, if not at the after party.